matched the DNA found on a pair of glasses next to the bodies. And I want to see how you can explain that to me.
Look, I have no idea. I don't have any glasses missing. Won't you leave me alone?
Leave me alone. Exactly. Wow. Let's bring in our think tank. This one has got to, Lawrence, you tell me all the time, and this is one of those cases where I'm going to agree with you a lot, that this is very, very problematic. To me, if that DNA matched Dennis Perry, prosecutors would be jumping up and down and say, see, I told you he did it. So I hold them to the same standard when it goes the other way. I mean, are you shocked by this, Lawrence?
Well, by the way, I know Josh Sharp very well from the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, and he's a great journalist. And he's gonna free this man. I mean, of course I'm shocked. I'm shocked that this Bundy, they call it the Bundy method, wouldn't even take notes or write reports till 3 months later, and said he kept it all in his head. I'm shocked that he would not do that nobody went to that Winn-Dixie to actually interview somebody in person, when it ended up being probably maybe this guy Spar is the one that answered the phone, or a buddy of his. I mean, it's just a wild case, and thank God we have people out there like Josh Sharp doing a lot of investigations to help piece this together with the Georgia Innocence Project. This is an unbelievable story, and I hope it comes to a quick conclusion. This guy's freed. I mean, he's been in prison forever. It's sad.
Yeah. To me, that's another part of it. I mean, sometimes it takes way too long when we have new information like this. Leslie, Dennis Perry doesn't even wear glasses. Doesn't even wear glasses, okay? So not only does he not wear glasses, the glasses there have somebody else's hair in them, not his. Someone else who was a suspect, who admitted and confessed to it twice. Leslie, I don't understand this.
Neither do I. Unfortunately, I feel like that time period in our country was a time where, the truth, there was no motivation to really find the truth. And that was clearly the case as it relates to this unfortunate killing of this beautiful couple. And I mean, I just, I tip my hat rather to the Innocence Project in Georgia, because, who knows, what this could have, how it really could have turned out in terms of, that new evidence not being found, not being brought to the surface. And so, hats off to the Innocence Project for getting that job done.
Joseph Lowe, I understand how they got the conviction here, because this $12,000 witness came forward.
Right. Well, and she was the mother of the ex-girlfriend, so I'm sure there's nothing there worth commenting on as to whether there was some bias. And certainly the money, who paid for that money, by the way, or gave her that money? That's something we'd all like to know. But the other question is, I can't imagine you didn't have a good jury or a good judge. So how did this happen? How did an innocent man get convicted and spend all this time on what may have been death row? I'm sorry, I don't know the answer to that, at least in serious custody. How does that actually happen? And then when you find out that in the last number of years, largely to the incredible dedication by the folks at the Innocence Projects around the country, that 364 people have been proven through DNA to have been falsely convicted and has spent more than 20 plus years waiting to die. 21 people were waiting to die on death row before they were exonerated. So my question is, how does this happen? Well, here's how it happens. It's because you have shoddy police work and sometimes even corrupt police work. What I mean by corrupt is they get an idea in their mind as to who they think did it. It can make their job easier, and they stop looking for evidence that proves those people innocent. What if they tried to prove them innocent, and then when they couldn't, there must be the person who did it. And if they can't do that, then they don't have enough evidence. And that's what they didn't do here, because you had shoddy police work trying to get somebody who's not even a real person, who exonerates someone by an alibi. Now, as a result, somebody spent all those years in prison and no one's even apologized for that yet. No one.
I mean,
Unbelievable.
Vinny, Dennis Perry wasn't even in the vicinity at the time. I mean, that's the crazy thing. But they didn't believe it. I mean, it's not.
Yeah.
Well, and like Joseph said, I mean, forget the target. I mean, it was shoddy police work. It's just they originally cleared Perry, and then they came in, and this guy Bundy just butchered it and went after him for no reason. We don't know what his true motivations are, but this is just crazy. I mean, this is a sad story. It keeps going on, keeps going on.
What are they going to do?
Well, we're
to
gonna
make
keep.
him whole?
We're gonna stay on this one. We're gonna stay on this one, and we're gonna see it through. See what happens in the next phase of all this. But when we come back, it's time for us to hear from you, the 13th juror, the story everyone's talking about tonight, the movement to defund the police.